Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today is not the best day for Marvel Future Fight because last night, what did the social media team decide to do on the cusp of a new update and with the players, just shaking and itching for any crumb of content? They dropped this absolutely vile load of shit on us. It seems the Sorcerer Supreme has one more trick up her sleeve. Thank you, Marvel Future Fight, for all of our dementia-ridden MFF players, or players, who have short-term memory loss. You can now relive the Tier 3 skill of Ancient One with some weird Homeland Security thing around it from the Shield logo that we knew about basically 2 weeks ago. Now, honestly, this is worse, in my opinion, than not having any post at all. But again, this whole video is my opinion, so if you disagree with me, hit me up down below in the comments. That's fine. But yeah, it's basically a rant video on how we've had a completely dead week, like completely dead. They haven't even dropped the Collector's Vault yet, which we know has been data mined. By the way, it's the Ancient One's artifact. Not even that interesting. They've just been, ever since the anniversary ended, they've really taken their foot off the gas. Like hard, and it's a heavy car, so it rolls to a stop really fast, and now we're just sitting around staring at the same scenic view for the past week, and it doesn't seem like a long time. I'm complaining about a week with no content. I know. I'm also frustrated because I did make a lot of content recently that I'm waiting to release when I'm on vacation, because I'm going on vacation soon, finally, and I can't release that content. Well, I could release it right while we have nothing to talk about, but then I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't be able to take a vacation. I would get on my plane, fly to Korea, get out of the plane, and then run to my hotel and get on the computer and start working. And that's not really the point. I didn't pay, I didn't buy an expensive plane ticket to go and make videos in another country. So it's kind of like it's doubly frustrating for me that way. But again, I know it's frustrating for the players. I know how frustrated players are. I'm not the only one. But just to show you guys, they have 279 likes on their thing. I'm not even going to call it a post. I just, in my gut reaction, replied with, "This is almost 2 weeks old. Are you kidding me?" And I have almost as many likes as they have. So clearly, I'm expressing some feeling that the player base has. But hey, if you're really that bored, I guess you can just watch the new Thor trailer on repeat and then just gestate and manifest about what we could be getting in Marvel Future Fight in like a month or two. I don't know. I do find myself losing my patience with Marvel Future Fight more lately. This year has not been very good. Outside of the anniversary, most of the updates have been lackluster in my opinion, and most of the content, I'm wishing the content, most of the character reworks have just been slightly derivative. They look cool and all, but they're slightly derivative, and outside of a few really, really good reworks, the rest of it's forgettable. The rest of it's forgettable. Like they had a mid-month Hellfire Gala update. I don't really want to get into step by step, but you don't do a full X-Men update for Hellfire Gala. You just do 3 random characters. I know Betsy's popular and stuff, but Colossus and Mr. Sinister, you just pick the most boring, the most run-of-the-mill characters. You didn't pick the OG X-Men. Okay, fine. And then you decide to do a Guardians of the Galaxy update for Gamora and Drax. This is the sleepiest shit ever. This is like liquid Xanax that you're making me snort out of the back of your van. It's wild how sleepy it's been, and they seem to just they're just doubling down, tripling down on the sleep, and I'm getting a little tired of it. I gotta say, I still have a lot of love in my heart for Marvel Future Fight. I still think it's a great game. I just think right now they're sucking. The devs, whoever, the B team, the C team, the D team, the F team that we have right now, I'm sorry, but you guys suck. So stop sucking and do your jobs and stop sucking. That's really all I have to say. We have the event preparation, pre-update garbage stuff. We have the double alliance donation, which is actually good. You get some boost points. We got these pre-release tokens. Remember, these are not the tokens that give you the really juicy rewards. These are the tokens that just give you like a 5-star ticket or a book selector. So these are okay rewards, but not like insanely spicy. We do have some one-time rewards that are kind of nice. We have the gold store where you spend gold and you get some items, whatever. We have a battle world. We have an ISO 8 change and discount. We have the Uru combine and the Uru discount thing. And then we have this here. The team that is most familiar to our agents will gather once again in Marvel Future Fight. So this has caused a lot of speculation in the community that this is basically the first, not like a sneak peek, but this is like the pre-sneak peek for the sneak peeks to come. When most people read this, and in fact, when I read this, immediately I thought of the Avengers. So if that means that the next update is based around the Avengers, I'm not exactly sure what to say, because on the one hand, everybody likes the Avengers, very popular group of characters, and I would guess that that's kind of a good knee-jerk reaction after they're probably seeing the player base decrease month by month from January all the way to the anniversary, and then of course the anniversary like piling on a bunch of players because everybody returns for all the rewards. I can see how their game plan was sort of like get everybody back, get everybody hyped up about the game for the 7-year anniversary, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and then drop some nostalgia on them with upgrades for all of the Avengers. However, for longtime players who have not taken any breaks, that might feel a bit cheap because Hawkeye just got a rework and an upgrade from the Disney Plus show. Captain America wasn't that far behind, last November with the Phoenix 5. So, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, like I would love to see a new rework for Black Widow and Hulk. There's quite a few of the OG Avengers who need it. But then on the other hand, Captain America, Hawkeye, Thor's getting something soon. We know that for sure because of the movie. So it's a bit, it leaves me kind of wondering what's going on. So I want to be optimistic about this. I don't want to be cynical about every single thing. I'm going to label this one a 50-50. This is sort of up in the air. This is a bit of a question mark. Some people are saying it might not be the Avengers just because of the things that I just listed that are sort of cons and sort of make it confusing for fans. But the team that is most familiar to agents, who would that be? My most likely guess is the Avengers. Second most likely guess is, I guess, the X-Men, like the OG X-Men. In that case, a lot of them do need rework. Cyclops, Beast, Storm, Jean Grey, Magneto, that kind of stuff. So that's a little bit more plausible in terms of how the characters are, but not necessarily as the most familiar team. And then after that, you got like a stretch to some others, like, I guess, maybe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., maybe Illuminati, but this stuff is like, percentages less, like large percentages less than the ones that I mentioned before that. So I don't really know what we're going to see. I can't go too much more into speculation because I feel like it's just pointless to do that. But yeah, hit me up in the comments down below and let me know what you think, who you think the team that is most familiar to agents is going to be, and if that's going to be the update. This might not even be the update. This might just be a mistranslation or something and a misnomer. I have no idea. So that's basically all we have. We have a bunch of events for the pre-update, but we also have in my opinion, a pretty serious mismanagement of player expectations. I think the community is expecting a little bit more communication from MFF right now, and MFF is not delivering. So I know we had a surprise dev note, but I do think that they need to get their house in order as far as like sneak peeks and stuff goes, because the players are really used to more than this. It seems like we only get like 2 or 3 sneak peeks these days. There's no more live streams. Cage and Kim are gone. It's just, I think they just need to put a little bit more effort into this, because unlike other games, which there might not even be any communication before updates. Let's be real. Some games, they just drop the update with the patch notes. Okay, but MFF has gotten the community used to a certain way of doing things. And I think at this point, 7 years into the game, if you start to decrease the communication and decrease the sneak peeks and sort of try to muffle that hype because you're new to the team or whatever, like I don't know what the excuse is, but I think that's really going to have a big detriment. I do think that's going to turn players off from the game. I don't say this very often, so I say it when I think it is serious, and I think now is kind of serious. Last but not least, I do want to quickly cover this. The Facebook login issue has been resolved. It was resolved a couple of days ago, but I wanted to cover it once they had also announced compensation. So again, this compensation is not for everyone. Just to be clear, it's only for people who were affected by the Facebook login and could not log in. How the devs, how the people, or whatever, the technicians are going to identify those players, I have no idea. I'm not, I have no other information. The reward here that they're giving all those players that were affected by the login issue is 300 crystals. 300 crystals for not being able to log into the game for 2 days. Now, yes, I think that people's first reaction if you couldn't log into the game for 2 days is that this is not enough of a reward, and I agree with you. However, I will point out that it doesn't it doesn't hurt you or anything to connect your game to more than one area. And in this case, it seems like it's 100% Facebook's fault. So from Netmarble's point of view, although they could, again, this is all just digital stuff, it's not real, they could just bite the bullet and give players more. I guess from their point of view, they're like, well, this is Facebook's fault, so why should we pony up in this? I don't know. I don't really know. I was sort of trying to play devil's advocate, but it sounds pretty bad, so I'm just going to stop. Yeah, it probably should have been more than 300 crystals. I think at the very least what they should have done is 300 crystals and 100 of the tokens, or 150 of the event tokens. I think the event tokens are the bigger issue for players who couldn't log in, because now they are out of these event tokens. They're out of those final rewards, right? The rewards that you have to save up for basically 13 or 12 days to get. Well, I don't have them anymore, but like the CTP chest or the premium card chest. So yeah, if they had also included the tokens, I think everyone would have been fine. But without the tokens, the 300 crystals seems kind of lame. On top of the fact that 300 crystals is what you get for just communicating with Star Agents for their monthly coupon code giveaway. So yeah, they're also going to try to fix refund players, like the amounts that they lost if they had subs, like subs active for different things. So you kind of have to pay attention to that. If you're one of those players, you may have to submit a one-to-one customer support ticket for that. But yeah, just be on the lookout in your inbox for that sort of stuff. And hopefully the rest of the year is a lot better for Marvel Future Fight. I do think the first half of this year, as we're rounding to a close with the end of May and then June's the last part of the first half, I think MFF has been kind of sleepy. I wouldn't give the game the best grade ever besides the anniversary. So I really hope that the last 6 months, the last 7 months, if we include June, are a lot more hype. We have, I guess, more MCU content. I don't know if that... These days, I don't know if that actually means much, because we don't really get... we haven't gotten lately much MCU-inspired content, especially when it comes to Legendary Battles. So, yeah. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.